Hello, this is Forstelt again. Welcome to my second part of the beginner's guide video tutorial for theHunter. You see I'm on the homepage again on my browser, and today we want to go out in the finally we're going to go out in the reserve and go hunting for mule deer bugs. If you click on the Hunt Now button like this, there opens a separate application. It's a bit weird because it looks pretty the same than the browser. So you now see here it's the game launcher. You have most of the functions you have on the website also in the launcher. The difference is you can't get the links, or you have no right click for your mouse. Okay, if you want to go out hunting, and you see here you can play single player games, you can play a multiplayer game, and you can find a multiplayer game. Here are the tutorials too. If you have a guest account like I do, and I think most of the people watching this video have, you can't create your own multiplayer game. This is a function that's only available for members, for paying members. So you can do a single player game, or you can go to find a multiplayer game and click on it, and you can join others on their multiplayer hunt. What you have to be aware of is in which reserve you are hunting. And for this, to show you the different reserves, I show you this in the single player. In the single player, you can better see which reserves are available. We have here, it's 9, I think, yes, nine different reserves. You can see them here in the map. That's White Hart Island, that's Loggers Point, Settle Creeks, and so on. You can see all the different reserves. And as a guest player, we only can hunt for mule deer in the beginning, and mule deer are only roaming in Loggers Point. I zoom a little bit in. In this reserve, it's the only reserve where mule deer are roaming. So if you want to join a multiplayer game, you have to watch out for multiplayers hosting the reserve Loggers Point. Here it is Loggers Point. In the single player view, it's this icon. If you mouse over the lodges, you can see the common prey like mule deer, or here mule deer too. There are these house symbols on the map are spawn points. You can decide if you want to spawn when you start your hunt at the field lodge down there or at the border lodge. For the big, then you see here hunting towers. These are big towers you can go on and have a good view around and shoot from them. And these fire symbols are campsites. You can buy camping supplies, and then you can fast travel to these places. I think you can start there, but you can fast travel if you have camping supplies. As guest, you don't have camping supplies, but you can buy them with the in-game currency GM dollars, so not with the real money currency, so with the currency you earn with missions. Okay, enough talking, let's go out. You can choose your starting time. At the beginning, I should suggest not to go at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's a good time and you have many animals, but it's foggy at this time, so you don't have the best view. I will start at 8 o'clock. And you can go out on both lodges are good for mule deers. I will start at the border lodge this time, 8 o'clock, and then I click start game, and then I play a single player game. Remember, in the first part of the video I told you about the competitions. One of the things in competitions are they are held either in multiplayer or in single player. The competition at the moment is in single player. So if you want to part in the competitions, you have to choose single player. So I will start a single player, and we maybe can later on do a another hunt on a multiplayer server to show you this. I want to say some words about this. In multiplayer, you have to see this is a hunting simulation, and it's not the best thing to roam in groups around to get some animals, because these animals are sensitive. They can hear you, they can see you, they can smell you in this game. And so for the beginning, I suggest to go in single player and search for some animals. Okay, so let's start the game. I see you in the reserve. So finally we are in the reserve. We are here in the border lodge in Loggers Point. First, some things you have to notice when you are up there. You see, my avatar has in his left hand a tool like a GPS tracker or something. It's called theHunter mate, and there you can see an arrow pointing in the direction you're facing. And if you right-click your mouse, you can see the map. Okay. And then, if you press I, you can enter your inventory. And these are the items you have in the beginning. You have the .243 bolt action rifle. You have 30 shots of ammunition, and this ammunition isn't go out. Every hunt you start new, you have 30 shots of this ammunition. And you have a scope. It's a 4 by 32 millimeter rifle scope. It's not the biggest magnification, but it works well. We will see this. Then you have this little funny box. It's a deer bleed call. This is to lure deers into your range. Then we have a compact ticketer camera. It's a funny thing, but it's not needed very often. And we have the 8x42 binoculars. You see here the 4, the 5, the 6, the 1, the 2. This is the key you press to get this item in your hand. And we have clothing. You can have different clothing in the Hunter, but the basic stuff. You have a t-shirt, a trouser, and some basic boots. Okay, so now I press the 4, and you see I have this bleed call in my hand, or if I press 6, I have the binoculars. Okay, and if I press 1, I go to my weapon. And when you are at the lodge, press 1 to see your weapon, that it's reloaded and you have ammunition in it. It's a single shot bolt action rifle. That means you only have 1 shot in your weapon, and it has to reload after 1 shot. But that's not a problem, because we are going for clean shots at the animals, and this works pretty fine. What you should think of is you have different types of walking. You see in the right corner there is a figure of your avatar, and you can go crouching, you can go prone and standing like I do, and you can running like this. You see? Okay, running is by pressing the C. And I want to say some things about these different types of walking. I suggest at the beginning, if you are not aware that an animal is around, you should walk, not run, because running is very loud, and you spook the animals before you even notice there are some animals. They are very sensitive. But if you always go by crouching, you can do this, but it's a bit, you see, you are not so fast, so it took a while to get some, to cover some ground. So I suggest just walk at the beginning. In And in the moment you get some information that an animal is around, go directly into crouch and maybe stand for a moment and think what you want to do. Okay, and then another function interesting is the free look function. All key settings are the standard. You can configure your key settings like you want in the menu, but if you press the X button, you can, it's the X, no? Ah, it's the F, sorry, the F button. You have free look. You can look right, left, up, down. And if you press F again, you have the normal view. Okay, so we are now, if you now go on the map, you can here have your path on, and you can see where you're already walked. Okay, and so what we are now doing, remember we have 3 missions activated in the first video. Oh, okay, and our goals, I show it to you here in the video. What the goals is, we have to track a mule deer, we have to spot a mule deer, and we have to harvest a mule deer. So you hear this little grunt, the sound, that's the call of a mule deer. So I go immediately down crouching. You see species mule deer roaming. I clicked with the left mouse key to confirm that I heard this sound. When you hear the sound, you have to click and confirm on your HunterMate that you heard it. And if I now click the right button of my mouse, I go back to the HunterMate, and you see these rings that are now disappearing. That's a suggestion where this animal is making this sound. Remember, I showed you have different skills, and our skills at the beginning are very low. So this is only a suggestion, a guess, better word and better to pronounce for me. You have a guess where the animal is. It's not a very correct information at the beginning. It gets better and better the longer you play. So, and now it comes to this little box I showed you before. This is a lure. With the split call, you can lure in deers. And this lure works for mule deers, white-tailed deers, and black-tailed deers. So what I now do, you see me walking. I look at a vantage point where I can where I have a good view in the direction where the animal calls. I think this is good. We can look over the valley. I press my left mouse button, and you hear this call, and you only have to do it once. You can do it multiple times. It's not a big problem. Okay, we get an answer. Okay, the buck seems somewhere behind this little hill. So if he comes from this direction, and he will do, the animals will, if they are in normal state, not nervous or spooked, they will come to the point where you do this call. You see on the HunterMate there is time, 8:13, that's the in-game time. This now 8:14, I call again, only to show you this call works for 11 in-game minutes. So until it's 8:25, there's no need for another calling. Because I think the deer will come over this hill behind us, I move a little bit back and search a place where I have a good view and where I can go prone and see something. You see that it's a grassy environment here, and this is a little spot where is no grass, and I search for such a place so I can stop. Now I can go prone, and you see the grass isn't that such a big problem. We can test it. We can took our weapon, if you have it, by pressing 1. Now by right click you go into you raise your weapon, and now left clicking will shoot. You can see we have a if the animal is coming from this direction, we assume he's coming from this direction, we have a good view. But remember, we have these 3 missions. If you see the animal, don't kill it straight away, because one of the missions I show you again here in the video is to spot a mule deer. And when the deer is coming in, I will show you what this means, spotting. So I will pause the video because normally it took a while until the animals are roaming into the call point. They don't run to it, they walk slow. So I make a little pause, get you back when the animal is arriving in our site. So see you soon. So welcome back. There is at least 1 deer. So you see I have the binocs. If I switch to the binocs and press the right key, oh, it's a very small deer with very, very short antlers. But now you see there's a surrounding, and now I have this this overlay in the upper right corner. It sets me a mule deer, and now I have spotted it. And you also see at the left corner I have this so I call him again because he's walking in the wrong direction for me before. So at the moment we were able to do one mission is accomplished, the spotting. So now we have to track a mule deer. That means we have to collect 3 tracks that can of one specific mule deer. One track we already have, that was this sound, this noise, the call of the mule deer. So I think if we are here, it's good. I go prone. I go prone not only because the animal can see you much harder if you lay down on the ground, but in the beginning our weapon wobbles if you are in crouching position or in standing position, wobbles much more than in prone. So to shoot in the beginning, go prone is a good idea. So I'm not quite sure, the animal should be down there somewhere. It's hidden behind these bushes. We have to look around. Mule deer not only roam as single animals, sometimes they are in groups, up to 5. Let's have a look if we can see him. This first deer has very small antlers, and as you see, as we spotted him, we get this information overlay in the upper right corner, and the higher your spotting level is, and the spotting level increases the more animals you spot, then you have a higher spotting level, then the more information you get. Now we had only seen the gender, it's a male, and with higher level we can see a guess of the weight of the animal, and the higher the level is, the better the guess. Also we can have a scoring guess, and scoring in terms of trophies in hunting is about the in antler species, about the antlers, how big the antlers are and how symmetric the antlers are. So now our deer comes pretty close. You see he has only 2 small antlers. So, and now let's take a shot. I suggest you not to shoot at the animal during it walks. shoot while it stands still like this, and you see I go for the lungs. There, this was a nice clean shot. Animal drops immediately. I will show you later on, if you don't do the best shots, what happens. So now I can stand up, and after the shot you can run, because the shot spooks the animal in the surrounding. So, and we can look at the animal. It's here. So, and if I now, you see this little footprint symbol on the hunter mate in the upper left corner. If I now click the left mouse button, I harvest the animal, I collect it. But if you remember, we have to search tracks from an animal, and this animal, until it walks to the direction in his death, left some tracks down on the ground. Let's search them. We have. There is one. Okay, one thing to say. You see this dome that symbols there is a track. You see. First of all, this is a full dome. This means this is an animal we already have tracked. This is because of the call. And you see the color. If you start the game, the color is red. And maybe I should do it in red because it's a bit... you can change it in options. Gameplay, and here you can the track color. Normally it's in red, but I prefer these bluish. Okay, so now if you go there, you already see this symbol. You can left click, and I have another track of this mule deer. You see in the upper, in the middle, on the upper side of my hunter mate, I have now 2 red dots. If I have 3 red dots, I have tracked the animal. I have 3 different tracks from the animal, and now I'm tracking it backwards. Normally you go, you see these 2 lines on the hunter mate. I look in the direction. This is a guess from the track in which direction is the animal roams the animal from the track. I show it when I collect this one. This is the 3rd track, and if I pick this 3rd track, like I do now, okay, track mule deer is completed. So we have completed 3 missions, 2 missions. The 3rd is to harvest it, and if we go to the animal and collect it, we have all 3 missions accomplished. That's a good thing for the start. And now you noticed on the hunter mate there are different lines. You see these 2 lines who guessing the direction of the animal, and you see this solid black circle on the hunter mate. A solid black circle means the animal is in the area we can see on the hunter mate. If the animal is far away, it's not a solid circle, it's a dotted circle. The line is dotted. So the hunter mate helps you to get a clue if an animal is around or not. So if you see the solid black circle, go crouch, because animals are around. And if it's a dotted circle, you can walk. Now we know that the animal is around because we shot at it, and now I harvest it. Okay, I go there, we can have a look at it, and now we can, the left mouse, we can collect it. And then we get this screen, and at the right side you see the organ model of the animals. And you see I hit here body. Body you hit every time, because first of all you hit the body of the animal. Then I get organs, and the right lung and liver. Right lung and liver on 30 meters means an instant kill. As you see, the animal drops in his path. But if you don't hit such a lethal instant kill, the animal starts running and you have to search it. I will show this later on. But what I want to suggest to all of you, in the beginning, and normally all the time, except you do a special mission or a special competition, go for the lungs or the heart. It's a big area on the animal, and you get, if you hit a lung, the animal dies pretty fast. Don't go for headshots. If you hit the skull, the animal will die, will not die, or die only in a long time. If you want to hit a headshot, you have to hit this tiny little brain. Only the brain will kills, or the neck bones kill too. But if you go for lung shots, it's a good area to hit, and in reality you will go for lung shots. So what can we see? Either you have here a wound time that's 0 seconds because it drops instantly. The trophy integrity means how much harm did the ammunition to the animal, to the meat and the trophy of the animal. 100% means it's in best condition. You have the weight of the animal, the gender, and the score. The score bases on the antlers, and as we've seen before, these antlers were very, very small. The maximum score of a mule deer is 245, so 49 is a real small one. Remember, in antlered species, only the male animals have a score. These other numbers, forget about it in the beginning. If you're deeper into the game and read in the forum or in the wiki, you see what these other numbers all mean. If you want to have a comparison, how big is your animal, go for the score or the weight. So then you can do here a trophy shot. In the guest, you see upper left corner, achievement unlocked, first harvest with this rifle, and that we have our mission completed. I will show this later on. So we can go for a trophy shot. You can see if you press space, you can move your animal around. You can pick it with the left mouse button and put it in a maneuver it in a position you like. With the Q, W, E, A, S, D and so on keys, you can go right, left, up, down, zoom in, zoom out and so on. Check this out with the mouse, you can do it on, and then if you left click, you can confirm this trophy shot. This trophy shot will get saved on your computer local and uploaded to your profile. Okay, well done. We have accomplished all 3 missions. And if I now go into the launcher or to the web page and look to my missions, there are new missions I can activate. I will show this to you in a screenshot. Here, yeah, you see, we have the next mission is to take a 6-point muley. Points are the antlers. At least 6 points means that you have to harvest a mule deer with at least 3 points on each side. This mule deer we harvest a few seconds ago is only a 4-pointer, so this wouldn't do the trick. But I activate this mission, and you see we get more. We get 200 GM dollars for the next mission. So I will go on and search this animal. I'm not quite sure how I do it in the beginner guide. In this beginner's guide, I will figure this out when I do the next things. I think the next I won't do every mission we can do in a video. I will play them until we gain a good amount of GM dollars in our account, and when we have a certain amount, when we have a certain amount of GM dollars earned by doing missions with this account, I will do the next video and show you how you can go further and hunt other animals than the mule deers. So I hope this was helpful to you. This was Forstheld. Happy hunting to you.